Hello and welcome to Friday's forecast from the Met Office. On Friday, Storm Callum hits, bringing across northern and western Britain strong winds and for many areas a prolonged spell of wet weather throughout Friday and Saturday. In fact, South Wales in particular is a cause for concern, an amber warning in force. More on that in a moment. But as we begin Friday, well, Storm Callum is a deep area of low pressure to the west of Ireland, and it will bring strengthening winds to Ireland as well as western parts of the British Isles. Now, as we begin Friday, there'll be some heavy rain accompanying the wind, but the wind gusts will approach 40, 50 miles an hour across western parts of Scotland, across Wales, western England and Northern Ireland. And around Irish Sea coasts in particular, as we begin the day, exposed coasts and hills, 60-mile-per-hour gusts are possible. Accompanying high tides, big waves are at risk, and we could see coastal impacts from those and inland impacts from those strong winds as well. Later in the day, as the deep low approaches northwest Scotland, there's the risk of 70-mile-per-hour gusts for exposed parts of northwest Scotland. But the rain also of concern. A lot of it to come through 36 hours of Friday and Saturday, especially for western parts of England, southwest Scotland and Wales. Over the hills, 50 to 100 millimetres of rainfall through Friday. And for Wales and South Wales in particular, even more rainfall. It could be that in some exposed parts of South Wales, over the higher ground, well, we could see 120 to 160 millimetres of rainfall. Enough rainfall to cause flooding, communities to be cut off, power cuts, transport delays and cancellations. An amber warning in force, and definitely something we're keeping a close eye on at the Met Office. Whilst it's a wet start and a windy start across western parts of England and Wales on Friday, it's a drier start for East Anglia as well as the South East. And for Scotland and Northern Ireland, windy but bright for a time before the clouds build into the afternoon and rain spreads up from the south. It stays wet across western England as well as much of Wales through the day, but it stays dry and bright for East Anglia and the southeast. And here, the winds are actually drawing up warm air, 21 or 22 degrees. Elsewhere, not feeling so pleasant with all the unsettled weather. Now, through Friday evening, the winds really ramp up there for the northwest of Scotland, as mentioned, and it stays wet across many parts of western England as well as Wales. But eventually, calmer, more settled weather for Scotland as well as Northern Ireland, and in some spots it will turn a little chilly by Saturday morning. Further south, with those strong winds continuing, well, it's a very mild start to Saturday. But it's an unsettled start across much of western England and Wales. The rain then pushing through northern England into central and southern Scotland, Northern Ireland as well. Less windy here compared to Friday, but the winds will pick up again for Irish Sea coasts through the day on Saturday. And it's going to stay wet across Wales and the west of England. Warnings continue to be in force for Saturday. Across East Anglia and the southeast, though, once again, staying largely dry, aside from a few showers later, 23 or 24 degrees. Completely different story on Sunday. More details on the weather warnings and the weekend forecast online.